Hello and welcome to the Sports Centre YouTube channel. Me and Carl are here today. So when I woke up this morning, I checked on the news and a big fat juicy story came out about the European leagues and FIFPRO Europe potentially looking at legal action, Carl, against FIFA.
Well, something needs to happen, doesn't it? Something, because I just think, I mean, for me personally, I sort of sit on the fence with this. You know, are the players moaning about playing too much, or you know, would me or you or Joe Blogs be moaning about it if we were professionals? I just think, is it worth? I don't know where I'd sit on it.
Well, let's put a bit of meat on bones then for people that are watching. So this is all based around basically FIFA. Obviously, there's been a long-serving history complaints, whatever you want, about players playing too much football. We all hear Guardiola, Klopp, and the rest of them going on about it. FIFA are looking to launch a revamped Club World Cup in 2025, which consists of 32 clubs, and it normally consists of six. And not only that, they're potentially looking to do this um, over the June-July period at the end of the season rather than round about December, January, when I think it's normally January time, and when it normally is.
Which they couldn't do it then anyway because that majority of times that I'd run in with the AFCON, so you couldn't do it then. I think it's an absolute disgrace. It's just FIFA trying to fucking be the next UEFA because they see UEFA making all this money from Champions League. They want to create their own Champions League, but call it FIFA Club World Cup or whatever. It's an
Mm.
absolute disgrace for me.
Yeah, I'm. I don't know whether it's just an English mentality, but we've never really bothered with the FIFA Club World Cup that much. Don't get me wrong, when Liverpool won it, and we kind of we were champions of England, Europe, and the world at the time. We had this big, they had this big thing. We're champions of everything, and I wouldn't say took it serious, but it kind of meant somewhat because we was champions of everything. But actually now, when you look at it, when you're not in it and you haven't got it, you think no one really gives a fuck about that competition, do they?
When you talk about what trophies did you win that year, you don't. I mean, you don't really think of that one at the front of a queue, do you? It's
No.
prob- it's sort of in line with like your community shields, isn't it?
And can I just say something as well? The trophy's shite.
Is it? I
It's
don't even
it's
know what it looks like. You know, what I mean, that's how important it is.
it's really small. It's sort of like the World Cup, but it's got a gold ball at the top and like kind of like four silver kind of like arches holding the. I'm guessing it's going to be a globe at the top. So I'm assuming it's based around the World Cup because it's called the FIFA Club World Cup. So, but it's small. So it just I'm thinking like if you wanna elevate that, the first thing you need to do is get a big ass trophy like Champions League, like the
Yeah,
big ears.
that is that is the best trophy to look at. Its quality.
It is a decent one, to be fair. Um, so yeah, just going on this, and so the European leagues and FIFPro are looking to take legal action also regarding the international match calendar. So this is one thing that I wanted to ask you as a football fan, international friend, especially friendlies, they seem to irritate me more now than what younger. I used to look forward to them, whereas now it just pisses me off a little bit. It's like you kind of get into the swing at Premier League, and then September comes in, and you've got an international break, and you're like, oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, I do agree. I think there's like you play about 4 or 5 games, don't you? Then you have an international break. I
Yeah,
think that's an absolute joke. But I think you're on the fence. You're on the side of get rid of all international friendlies.
not necessarily get rid of them all, but you've got the
Where
Nations League now, haven't you? You've got your World Cup qualifiers, and I just think the calendar is saturated as it is, and you're chucking in kind of like meaningless friendlies. And I suppose
for me,
once, go on.
for me, what I'd do is I don't mind the friendlies, but you might have I don't know the exact calendar of them, but I know there's some in September, sure it's September, October, then there's some in January, some in March, whatever.
Mm,
Just get rid of all that and just have one block. So maybe have a month of internationals, just one month where every league stops. But at least then every country has actually got time to work with the players rather than having them for 2 or 3 days, which the international managers complain about. Okay, we can't practice anything, we can't do anything. Just have a block of that month, and that's where you trial everything.
So sort of similar to like the Qatar World Cup, if you want.
Yeah, just have a break halfway through the season. Have a month.
The only thing that I see
You
with
still,
that is you've got all your qualifiers, aren't you, to kind of fit in around.
yeah, but qualifiers are different. I'm talking about friendlies,
Just all right, okay.
just friendlies. So where you're trying things out, you're bringing in new people. I mean, yeah, you might. The argument with that is, well, what if said player's injured in that month? Well, I'm sorry, it's tough shit. You know, you can't help that. I just think it'd be a lot easier. No one would be complaining half as much, I don't think, because you're going to get a good run at your domestic league. You're going to get a good run for your internationals.
Well,
I don't see a big issue.
Just on that there. So one of the points that I'd noted down today was that apparently, obviously, FIFA kind of always feeding in more and more international fixtures into the calendar. And it's reported that they've actually never consulted with the European leagues or FIFPRO on this, which is one of the big reasons why this potential legal action is looking to take place, which I find a bit bizarre, really. I find that surely there's some sort of legislation in there. There should be something where it said, you can't just kind of add fixtures into the calendar without consulting with clubs, leagues, or and well, definitely the leagues.
I just think FIFA's nothing without these leagues and these clubs and these countries. FIFA's nothing. So how can you not consult them?
Crazy,
it doesn't exist without them. So I think it's disgusting and arrogant, to be honest.
Well, they've got a reputation. I mean,
just Infantino all over.
Yeah. They just seem to be kind of Billy Big Bollocks, don't they, of the football world, and whatever kind of sanctions or kind of court proceedings, if you like, get chucked at FIFA. They seem to kind of worm their way out of everything, don't they?
They do what they want, whenever they want, with fuck all consequences. Well, hopefully now they might get a bit of pushback.
Just jumping back to international friendlies before we wrap it up. Do you think? So the only thing that I could probably compare it to is like the League Cup, the EFL Cup in England. You get your top sides that gives you a chance to kind of bleed in players, doesn't it? You normally get your B team, if you like, or you chuck a few academy players in there. Do you think that if more and more international fixtures are chucked into the calendar, do you think we'll ever see a time where managers of international countries are kind of like, you're not picking the best players anymore, they're potentially picking, your B team, if you like?
I don't know. I think the only thing I can think of is if you in your domestic league, if you qualify for Europe as a club, you drop out of the EFL. Your second league. Yes, I know that cup will be diminished, sponsors won't be happy, etc. But I think it's the only way that you get the players playing. The amount of games that FIFA, UEFA want to play at the top level, and then players tend to be the players that play in Europe or internationally.
Yeah, it's not a bad shout. It's like you say, I think your point being in terms of sponsorship and stuff like that, I think it just never happen, will it? Because otherwise, there's people just weren't interested in it. You won't get people watching it because, no disrespect to these clubs, but you get like a Burnley Brighton final or something like that. It's just.
Well, what do you think? If you think now, you people like in the Premier League, especially, that you'd be talking at like your West Ham's, Newcastle's, Villa's, Brighton's. It'd be more like them type of teams. They'd be going towards the end of them cups, which I think it'd be a bit more refreshing rather than. I think it'd be a lot more competitive rather than just Man City, Liverpool, same old teams always winning it.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Well, it's going to be interesting to see how this story rumbles on. But if anything, if the past anything to go by, it'll just be a case of FIFA will get their own way, and these additional fixtures or whatever competitions or whatever they're looking to kind of put into place will get sanctioned probably.
I agree, but I just can't see anything happening. I can't see. I think they'll get away with it again.
That's what I mean exactly. I just think it'll be FIFA. They'll do what they want, and everyone will kind of just have to adhere to it. But we shall see. Remember, good chat. Liked it as always. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget, give us a thumbs up if you like the video. Hit that subscribe button, and we will catch you on the next one. See you later.